Welcome back, everybody. In today's video, we're actually going to be finally putting the old 5.4 supercharged engine back into the Shelby. We currently have it pushed out. I went ahead and pressure washed the entire engine bay because it was looking at a little gross, and obviously with a high profile car like it is, I don't want anything to be dirty. So I went ahead and pressure washed everything. I did hit the transmission a little bit too because it had a little bit of grime. What I want to do is clean up the top end part and then figure out what I want to do, because typically how to put these engine in, you got to go from the top and go down. So I got to figure out how to do that without a lift, okay, which is gonna be fun. I do have the engine on a roller so I can move it back and forth if I need to, but currently I'm still trying to figure out how to put it in there the proper way. So let's go ahead and get this whole area cleaned back up, get the engine cleaned up, get this whole Kenne mammoth supercharger cleaned up, making it look pretty. Let's get this show on the road. Well, the only thing I can think of, I'm gonna lift the entire Shelby up from the front of the tubular front end, and probably like 6 feet in the air, put the jacks in underneath, and drop the K member, and try to bolt it up to the engine. Wish me luck. Sorry for the wind noise that you're gonna be hearing from the fan. Finally got it clean. There was a lot of paint that was actually stuck to it, so that's nice and clean. I got the AC units going. It is currently like 99 degrees outside and it is hot. I feel like I am drenched in sweat, and we've only been out here for 30 minutes. Okay, game plan though. So we got the Shelby up in the air, looking all mean. So what I want to do is actually move this whole subframe over here, and then we can move this over here, and then what we're gonna do is take the old engine hoist and grab it, pick it up slightly so we can get it off the rollers, and then high enough to swing the K member that's over here back around, and then get these things bolted up to the motor mounts. Then when that is bolted up, all we got to do is lower the car back down and get everything in place. That should be the easiest way that we can actually make this thing work. No, what?
I don't know.
You don't think this is gonna work?
I don't know.
I think this is gonna work just fine, the exact way I'm thinking. Okay, so all we gotta do, so we got the new motor mounts in. Link down below if anybody wants to see what those are. They are solid mounts, or they're poly mounts, I do believe. So all we gotta do is push this bad boy back, and then we'll take the cherry picker here, and then go in between the rock solid motor mount tubular front end, and then just pick it up slowly, and then all we gotta do is slide this thing over, and that's it. That's so simple.
That sounds legit.
That sounds easy peasy lemon squeezy.
We just gotta move this over to there.
Yeah, we just gotta move this baloney, the heavy thing, the awkward thing, the thing that never moves properly, over. So all we
And
gotta,
not screw up the bolts.
yeah, if we touch these bolts here, these guys here that actually go through the mount, they'll just drop down and go inside the K member. They tell you to put duct tape on them. We put some tape on them, and there's tape. Hopefully that works. Hey, don't laugh at me. It's all we had. Okay, let's just get to work, and hopefully this thing just works up. Let's set the camera. So we got double chain action going on the engine. Pretty much what I want to do, I do have the like a strut tower brace that I can do for the engine, so it can get off the cherry picker. That way we can just put it underneath and then work it that way. I think that's gonna be the easiest way, instead of trying to lift this up and then pick this up and try to manhandle it through this little gap and around. It's either that or we find a way to suspend it and then hope for the best. Let's go. I'm gonna just go get the brace, and this should make life a lot easier. Send help. I don't want to do this. This is why I LS swap things. This sucks. Sweat is pouring down my face. Send help. Well, we got this little guy chilling finally. That was honestly the worst thing ever to set up the cherry picker for some reason. It just didn't want to sit right. But the Shelby engine is just chilling in the air. The transmission back there is jacked up, so that way I can tilt it forward and backwards as I need to. Now we just gotta move the most awkward thing in the world, the subframe with everything hooked up to it. Good thing there is dollies on there, because that would suck if not. So all we gotta do is move this around, bolt it up, and then lower it down. This should be the only time that I gotta do this. I shouldn't have to do this twice. Cross fingers, dot the T's. You guys leave a like, that would be great. That way we know it's gonna be done correctly. And just like that, motor mounts are in, so that means that's tight. So now, pretty much what we could do is free fall it to where everything stays the same. We lift up the car and we take off the chain that's holding everything up, but pretty much put the jack underneath the transmission, and hopefully it'll stay straight. Maybe even put a stand right there in front to hold the engine straight, so front and backwards won't go, side to side won't roll, and that should be good. And then we can just lower the engine down, so that's free. And then grab the cherry picker here, and then pick this up and go down, and then all we gotta do is bolt it up. Easy peasy. Pretty much fighting the issue that the actual K member is not wanting to line back up to the bolts, and it's kind of a difficult thing or a task to jack up the front, or jack up the front, jack up the rear. I'm tired. Hold on. I'm pretty much getting lightheaded. I feel like I stopped sweating from this whole ordeal, but that's pretty much what's happening. Is it's not lining up back in the hole where I need to go. So it's giving me a hassle and a half, and I'm just tired. I've been at this for 6 hours so far, total job life, not just putting an engine in. Come on, I'm better than that. But I'm just gonna keep it at it, but this right now kinda sucks. Woohoo! K member is bolted up, just gotta do the 2 on the back, and then I gotta do the 2 heater core hoses, which shouldn't be a problem, and then the steering shaft. You know, we kind of forgot that, but hopefully I can just get it from the bottom. It's cool, it's whatever. The engine is technically in the spot it needs to be. We don't have to worry about moving it. Cross your fingers, I really hope not. But, you swear? Yeah,
Terrible.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't want to take this thing back out. Whoever said Fords are fun or not, you know, they're just a bunch of morons. LS for the wind. You guys have heard me say this multiple times. But let's go ahead and keep at it. What I'll probably do now is try to jack up the whole front end. That way I can do the whole bottom half, exhaust, drive shaft, make sure all the sensors are plugged in, and then get the shifter plugged in. That should be the only thing on the bottom. And then obviously get the suspension tightened. And then I really hope that steering shaft is pretty easy to get to, because if it's not, I'm gonna sell the car. I'm just kidding. But you guys understand the seriousness. Let's get back at it. Shelby's gotta get done. All right, we are back. Took a little break, went to get dinner, and obviously I gotta get out of this heat because it is just freaking hot, okay? It's humid, for one in Kansas, and two, obviously in a garage with no ventilation besides this little fan that puts out like literally nothing. It gets hot in here. But so far, I got my heater hoses are on. I still don't know what this is. If anybody knows, leave it down below. I have no idea what this bad boy is. Got the JLT hooked back up, motor mounts like I said, everything on the bottom up front is done. And then obviously I gotta run this over and do some cool stuff, and then, ow, look at this. I can put the old dipstick back in first try. Nope, got it. That's ready to go. And then we get this whole jungle of a mess over here hooked up, hooked back, and get everything else hooked back up. We're getting there. Let's go ahead and jack up the whole car, put it on the stands as high as we can, because we're gonna be working underneath of it for probably the rest of this, rest of the time being. Join me in going underneath the Shelby. So the one thing I do know is I think I'm missing the transmission crossmember bolts. I can't seem to find them. What I can do is go ahead and tighten up the shifter bolts. These guys right here, 1 and 2, and the shifter is pretty much ready to go. All I gotta do is put the top piece for the shifter itself on it, or find some of these bolts to actually work, and that way the transmission bolted up and I don't have to worry about the bottom half anymore. Pretty cool, right? And then all we gotta do is hook up the X pipe and the exhaust is done. Pretty cool. And that is pretty much gonna be a wrap for today's video. I'm tired, I'm done, I'm sweating so profusely, but I always want to think this is actually a really good design, how they don't want anything on the back side that you have to mess with. Anything that you have to mess with is either on the, pretty much the top half, on top, or in the front, which is pretty nice. You don't have to do anything from the side. I mean, the only thing I would think of is the long tubes, but everything else, Ford kind of designed it to work from the top or the front, which is pretty cool. So far, the engine is in its final resting place. I kind of want to do something about these valve covers, so I might hit up a couple powder coating shops to see what I can do, because these things have seen better days. I mean, pretty much picked it up like this. I mean, it's only got 43,000 miles on it, and they look like that, so they've been taking off. But everything else, man, I can't wait to hear the first startup. Today is Wednesday. I want to say, if everything goes well, we're gonna start this thing up this weekend. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, one of those days, you guys are gonna get an update. Little premiere, I can't wait. But as of right now, everything else is chilling. I got it all kind of pressure washed. It looks a lot better. Besides the hood, I did not paint yet, or I did not wash. But everything else, can't wait to finally sit in this thing. I haven't put. Ooh. It's just gonna be one of those things where it's gonna be like a ooh ah moment, and I can't wait. So if you guys are excited, obviously leave it down below. And if you guys are not subscribed to the channel, I know quite a bit of you are not subscribed who are watching. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, and I would appreciate it so much. Leave a like and put down below what you guys want to see in the upcoming videos. We'll just see you in the next one. Peace out.